Joe Biden was caught taking a nap whilst in a meeting with African leaders in Angola.
Yeah, look, fair enough. Now, before we let you go, Bo, it seems old Sleepy Joe has returned. Here is Joe Biden dozing off at a meeting with African leaders.
Aiming at aligning this project with national priorities and other bilateral and regional commitments. In closing,
Bo, let's not forget this is the man who wanted to run for president again.
Yeah, well, he was just in Africa. I'm sure you'll know this song. We'll take you back to 1961. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Joe Biden sleeps tonight.
Yes, it is true when they say that Africa is blessed with different mineral resources. But the question is, for how long will Africans continue to suffer in the hands of their former colonial? For how long will Africans have to continue to endure this kind of treatment from their former colonial? Until when the Western will learn on how to respect Africans with their mineral resources? When will the African generosity stop being taken for granted by the Western? Imagine after all these years, the administration of Joe Biden, since it came to power, they never remember the continent of Africa. Now that they are on their way out in less than 50 days, Joe Biden decided to come and visit Africa. But for what reason? And what was his motivation?
In Angola this week, a new U.S. commitment to Africa's future, as President Biden promised $600 million in funding for a multinational railway project linking Zambia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Angola, all part of the Trans-Africa Lobito Corridor Railway, a key hub for mineral exports.
The United States is all in on Africa. The future of the world is here in Africa, in Angola.
Yet that $600 million U.S. investment is small potatoes compared to China, which invested $21.7 billion in the continent in 2023 alone.
This railway will not only speed up the economic development of two of the world's most underdeveloped countries, but also change local people's lives.
Over the last 20 years, China has become sub-Saharan Africa's largest bilateral trading partner, accounting for 20% of the region's exports. The main commodities exported are heavy metals, minerals, and fuel. In exchange, China has provided billions in infrastructure investments in the region. In almost 24 years, China has invested over $182 billion in loans to 53 African nations. China's Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013, a $1 trillion+ global infrastructure investment project, has sent over $91 billion into Africa, building transportation, energy, and mining infrastructure. And at the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing in September, President Xi Jinping promised an additional $51 billion to be invested in the continent.
China is willing to deepen cooperation with Africa in the areas of industry and agriculture, infrastructure, trade, and investment.
But all of this comes at a cost. Some of the projects built aren't economically sustainable, and sub-Saharan African nations are now over $134 billion in debt to China. China has also been accused of bribing local officials to secure contracts.
When you watch this video, yourself, don't you think that it's too late? I mean, like, it is too late, not even a little bit late, but it's too late for these Western leaders to continue treating Africa in such a way, to continue trying to fool Africans in such a way, whereby they will believe that no, because Africans, they don't have railways, they don't have roads, they don't have airports, they don't have farmings, they don't have this and that, they can come with some couple of millions and put it on the table in order for them to seduce Africans, in order for them to continue looting African minerals. Because this money, we are talking about $600 million US that the administration of Joe Biden, they have put or invest in Africa. We are referring in Central Africa. This is just a drop in water. This money is not even compared to the one of China, who had invested more than 200 and something millions of US dollar. These people, just because they all want to benefit or enjoy from African minerals, they feel like they can just come anyhow they want with whatsoever they feel like giving to Africans in order for them to continue looting Africa. This is a pure corruption which we are seeing in an open sky. A corruption which no one can come and denounce it. Because Africa don't need that money. These countries only, we're talking about Zambia, DRC, and Angola. These countries, they can make more than this money. These countries, they can build these railways on their own without the help or support of the USA. Why are they allowing Joe Biden to come and give them this money in order for them to build up these roads, these railways? Don't you think that this does not make sense? Because we can keep on blaming or condemning the Westerns, but just to find out that actually we are the problem. We are the one who've been calling all this curse upon ourselves because we are not doing what we're supposed to be doing all this time. We know very well how this system is well corrupt. We know how very well how these people, they usually come and seek for their access to the African minerals, and they'll do this by donations. They'll do this by borrowing you money. They'll do this by doing this and that, giving you kind of like vaccines or building schools for you or doing something in your country so that you give them that easy access. And we are all aware that the Western, whether it is the US, whether it is the British or France, Belgium, name them as you wish, or even Portugal, these countries, they don't invest in your country without getting something in exchange. They don't do something for free. Whatever they invest in your country, even if it is $1 US, they're expecting to get it ×3. But why our African leaders, they are accepting to be manipulated by this kind of people with these so-called donations? Because they are coming in, they are telling even you on how this money, it will be used or spent in your country. They come with a project. This project, they are the one who will be having their own companies which will come all over from America with their own engineers. So they just make sure that whatever you guys are doing, them will be the one who will be supervising it. Maybe the labors is what you guys, or African countries, people of those countries, will be hired to work under contracts. But the head office, the border of this project, it will be run by the Western. And they are coming, they say that no, they want to build the railways from Lusaka through Tanzania, DR Congo, all the way around. Now, if you ask yourself a question, why do they have to come and do this? Because on the other side, you guys will think that no, it's because they're trying to challenge China, who have managed to build a railways between Ethiopia and Kenya. And then same China, who managed to build a railway which crossed all over Senegal to join some part of the Chad. Maybe, or perhaps that's what you are thinking, saying that no, these people, they want to challenge China. They want also to build something of their own, since lately it is Chinese who keep on constructing, building, having different buildings in Africa continent. Maybe that's something you might think. But on our side, we don't see it that way. On our side, we are seeing it in the way that these people, just because they are stealing a lot of African minerals, and in those countries where they've been stealing these African minerals, there is no roads, there is no railways, and it is costing them a lot by transporting most of these mineral resources via helicopters or aeroplanes or cargos. So they want at least to build a road which can facilitate them to collect the African minerals from all these countries, whereby they can collect whatever they will steal in DR Congo, they'll bring it in Zambia, they collect whatever it is in Zambia, they combine it together, they move all the way maybe to Angola. From Angola, they know that the Ocean Pacific is just around the corner. From there, they can put it in the border, and then they can take it to their countries. Africans, we need to wake up. That's the simple mathematics that we should understand, instead of us sitting here uploading and saying that no, very soon we'll be having a railway which was financed by Americans. We must have a vision to see far and understand how these things works. These people, they never want anything good for Africans. These people, they never want to see the success of Africans. So therefore, they will come and do everything that they can do on their power in order for them to remain in the right position, in order for them to continue controlling Africans. So this has nothing to do of what China have done. Now it is the turn for the Americans to do also something in Africa. No. As I said, it is too late for all these kind of things. Africans, they don't need someone to come and build a railway for them. A country such as Angola, do they lack 600 million US dollar in order for them to build that railway? Congo, we can't even mention, with all those mineral resources that they're having over there. We can't even count. Zambia, apply the same. So these African leaders, they are well aware that they can actually put mind together and do even something much more bigger than that. But yet, they are not doing it. They are shaking to go and shake their hands with the man who's helping the Western to continue looting Africa continent. And they believe the kind of donation which they are receiving from these people, for them, they think it is something better. See the kind of leaders that we are having. Me personally, when I see these kind of things, I get to feel so disappointed, because we're supposed to be having our own money. We're talking about reserve banks in Africa, whereby we can loan each other money without having interest or profit, whereby we can help to build each other, whereby we can say maybe, okay, me, I'm from Kenya, no, that one is from Malawi. Okay, how can we meet halfway by building a railways, or maybe build a proper road, so that the circulation of merchandise from both countries, it can be more easy. Yet we are incapable to do so, but we are the first one to jump in the front line to go and celebrate when China or America or any other nation around the world to do something for Africans. These are the kind of things which is showing that we are still actually being slaves. Yes, as I like to say that the Western, they pretend to liberate Africa physically, of course, but not economically. These are the proof which shows that economically we are not free as Africans. And monthly, we are not also free, because we are still being manipulated like small children. There is nothing good to celebrate about this. There's nothing good I see these African leaders, they should, in order for them to go and sit down and start celebrating or maybe trying to sign these kind of things. No. I would have been more happy to see if these African leaders, they have to sit on their own and have a proper conversation on how to do this project on their own without the help of the World Reserve Bank or the US or the European Union. But we are failing to do so. What is wrong with our leaders? Why our leaders keep on failing us, even when they know that whatever they are doing, it is against our will and it's not in our favor? So disappointing, but what can we say? we are dealing with leaders who are doing things according to their pleasure, because they want to please someone else, because they want to remain in power, and they don't want to be in conflict with America, because they know once America turns their backs on you, then you'll be in trouble, because your days in power, it will be numbered. So they are doing all those things to please them. They are signing all those contracts without even reading the whole entire contract, because America now, they coming here, they're putting 600 millions to build these railways. Did them also disclose what will be their benefit, or what they will have to get in return? Because as I said, these people, they don't give for free. That's another question. So you can tell that our African leaders are failing us. When we're expecting them to stand and speak the same language as the people of Africa, they are failing to do so. And that is very pity. Guys, thank you so much. We really do appreciate your presence, for staying here and watching this video until now. It was very important that we come forward to make you understand on how the Western, they are continue to disrespect Africans, all just because they want to remain in possession of African minerals. So it was very important that we come here and have this conversation with you. Seeing a man who've been there for more than 5 years, he never thought of stepping his feet in Africa. Since Barack Obama left the office, Donald Trump became, he never stepped in Africa. Joe Biden never stepped in. Now that he's left with few days in order for him to be evacuated from the White House, he now remembering Africa continent, and it's wow. All right, guys, give us your thumbs up, like this video in your number. We'll really do appreciate that. Above all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, so that whenever you are here live, you'll be able to catch up with us at Cool Buzz TV. I believe that will be all for now. Continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.